hikers. I am just leaving the 501 shelter after a wonderful night's sleep. My sleep pad stayed inflated, so the patch that I got help with yesterday worked. So grateful. I am going to get a new one still, or replacement one, on Monday from my husband at the Lookout Hostel, where I probably have about 4 boxes waiting for me at this point. The woman probably thinks I'm trying to move in. I am headed 14 or 15 miles to the Eagle's Nest shelter today. My understanding is it's just a little bit starting here. My understanding is this is where the real Rocksylvania starts with the rocks, so that'll really slow me down. I'm already slow. We'll see how the day goes. I'm also patient and determined. I am gonna not rush. I don't want to break my ankle or injure myself. And I'll get there when I get there. My understanding is there's plenty of tent spots. I prefer to sleep in my tent if I'm not too tired to put it up, and depending how the shelter looks, you know. Let's get it done. I'm gonna get to work here. I'll check in later on up the trail. Good morning, Pennsylvania. I should have had more coffee. It's been a little less than an hour. I checked the GPS. I've gone 1.7 miles, which is fine. I am currently picking my way over some rocks, and it's sunny today. The temperature is perfect. I am a little worried about snakes. Pennsylvania is also infamous for rattlesnakes, timber rattlers. They're not aggressive. However, it's been cold the last few days, and now the sun is out, and I'm on rocks, which will get hot in the sun. As the day goes on, I'm going to be extra careful to watch out for those guys. And that's another reason I do not wear earbuds when hiking, so I can hear any kind of rattling. They do give a good warning. I just really don't want to see any. It's hard for me to check in while walking. Thanks, Pennsylvania Rocks. I just took a sit-down break. I haven't done that in several days. Usually I just eat on the run, and I only stop to filter water and then keep going. I wasn't really feeling that great this morning. Low energy, kind of blah. Not interested in much of the food I had for snacks. My dinners are delicious, but I'm kind of over what I have left for snacks, so time for resupply. Take care of that in the next couple days. But I sat down on this log next to a nice campsite. This is the Hurtline campsite. I think it used to be the site of an old shelter. There's a nice stream running. I went down and got some water. I filtered. I drank about a liter. I'm carrying about a liter with me. The sun just came out, and I had another breakfast drink because my stomach, well, I didn't want the snacks I had. And I'm like, hey, you know, I got this stuff. There's no rules. I don't have to just have it at breakfast. So I slugged down some of that, and I got hydrated, little nutrition. I'm feeling better. Who knew, right? Sitting down for 20 minutes does wonders. I have about 9.4 miles to the shelter. I looked at the profile. Elevation does not look too bad. However, I'm sure it's not going to be a fast 9.5 because of the rocks. Well, that's disturbing. I don't know what's going on back there. We are going the relocation. I believe that is what it's on far out, which is my GPS app. Shouldn't affect my mileage. Just sad. I don't know what the issues are, but I hope they get them resolved. I am not feeling that great today. That break, I felt better. I quickly went downhill. I'm just low energy. Nothing specific wrong. I'm looking forward to dinner. I thought I slept well last night. I think my body's just tired after 2 18-mile days, and today's 15. Plays into my decision about where to go. Tomorrow I'll be passing by Port Clinton with the option to get off and do a quick resupply and hop back on trail for, I don't know, 5 or 6 more miles. Or end my hike at Port Clinton, which is less than 9 miles. Unfortunately, the perfect spot to stay is a microtel, and the largest Cabela's in the world is right there, and they have free shuttles to and from the Cabela's store to this hiker pavilion that's about 0.7 miles off trail. The microtel would have been perfect. It's right near a Walmart and restaurants and so forth, and next door to Cabela's, so the Cabela's shuttle would work. But alas, their customer service sucks. They're not answering the phones. I think they're under new management and they're completely overwhelmed with demand and don't have any rooms. My other option was to stay at a Quality Inn outside of Hamburg, Port Clinton. The shuttle's like $40. Forget it. I'm not spending $80 to travel to and from a 2-star hotel. It'll cost probably more than the hotel room. There is an option for me to stay at this hiker pavilion. It's run by a local church. It's a $10 donation. You can tent on the lawn, or I'm assuming you can sleep in the pavilion. There's water, a porta potty with toilet paper, and the only negative comments I've seen on Far Out are noise level, like, oh, there's cars and trains go by in the night. So I didn't get a good night's sleep. Hello, we're backpacking. I don't get a good night's sleep, as good as I would in a hotel or something, regardless. And I think my body just needs a break. So right now I'm leaning towards that option. It would be nice to be able to go to a Walmart for a little mini resupply, have some real food, camp, get up in the morning, and carry on. And then on Monday, I'll get to the Lookout Hostel as planned, and I'm considering maybe zeroing on Tuesday. I need some sleep, apparently. Trying to listen to the body here. It's the only one I got. It's no spring chicken. I'm about 2 miles from camp. Took me a little longer than I thought. Rocks and loss of mojo. I have a second wind. Once I know I'm close, I kind of pick up. Also, I spent a little bit of time planning out tomorrow and happy with the plan. I have 2 friends that are also looking to go to Port Clinton to get a resupply. So we are going to hike in 9 miles, hopefully before noon. So I got to get up early. We are going to Uber over to the Walmart, and there's a lot of restaurants and stuff in that area. Grab a few resupply items, eat lunch, and then we have a shuttle driver meeting us wherever we'll be at whichever restaurant and taking us to the Lookout Hostel for tomorrow night. And then the shuttle driver will pick us up Sunday and bring us back to the trailhead. And all told, splitting the shuttle between the 3 of us and the Uber and the cost of a hostel versus the hotel, and frankly I find them more comfortable in many ways, except I'm not getting a private room. That's okay. I don't think there will be many people there. It ends up being less expensive than a hotel, and frankly it supports 2 local businesses. The hostel's owned by a former thru hiker, and the shuttle's like a local guy who's been very friendly and helpful over the phone. Both of them have been, in terms of helping us figure this all out. Anyway, I'm looking forward to that. A night in a real bed and a shower, hike on Sunday, and back to the Lookout on Monday. I feel better about that. I was so confused by all the situations with this microtel. That would have been the easier answer. I guess they only have 1 person that works there and cleans the rooms. And if they don't want to clean a certain number of rooms, they just say they're booked. Interesting business model. I wish them well. I hope they get help so they can expand their business and save their kind of reputation there. But it all worked out. This whole area that I'm hiking through currently had a sign up back there that it had been burned. They didn't say which date, but it was a prescribed burn to maintain the environmental health of the area and the vegetation, and I understand the concept, but walking through this and smelling charred wood and seeing the wasteland, it's hard to imagine. And I have no idea about the timing of when it will be better or what they were exactly trying to achieve. I'd be interested to learn more about prescribed burns. I'm glad it wasn't a real fire, but it is eerie nonetheless. Very spooky walking through here. Made it to the side trail to the shelter. That was a long day. Every day when I make it to camp, I seriously feel like I'm winning. I can't believe I did it. This was a rough one, but I did it. Yay, Eagle's Nest. I'm sure the 0.3 miles has its own gifts, but I'm ready, and I'm ready to get dinner and get to bed.